Welcome back to another episode of The Lost Files. In past episodes, we've talked to criminals, business owners, and even head of law enforcement. Today we put it all on the line and speak with a young man convicted of murder, serving life in prison, and awaiting the death penalty. We go in depth on his history, his upbringing, and even crimes committed. Stay tuned to find out what it's like not knowing when your ticket's going to be pulled, because it could be any day. It's a cold world in Los Santos, and this is just a glimpse.
I'm ready to be a star.
Welcome back to another episode of The Lost Files. Here today we have a lifer who goes by the name of Fingers. Fingers, would you like to tell the people about yourself? Just a small introduction before the questioning starts.
Oh yeah, most definitely. My name is Fingers. I'm here on death row at Bolingbroke Penitentiary, and I'm gonna be a big star.
Yes, you are. So Fingers, where are you from originally?
Yeah, so originally I'm from Cape Cod. I grew up in Cape Cod, spent majority of my life there. My parents they traveled a lot, so I would sometimes travel with them across the United States, but we always found our way back home in Cape Cod.
That's beautiful. How was Cape Cod? Did you enjoy it there?
Oh yeah, I enjoy it. The summers are usually full of tourists, but in the winter it gets nice and quiet there. And, all the tourists leave, so it's nice and peaceful. It gets really cold though up there, so you gotta make sure you bring some warm clothes.
And how old are you, Fingers?
I am 47 years young.
Nice, nice. How long have you been in prison so far?
Oh, I believe I've been here now going on 10 years, um, five of which was in general pop. And then they ended up moving me to be on death row. But the way death row goes is, it could be tomorrow, it could be another 5 years. I don't know.
I see, I see. What was your childhood like?
My childhood was beautiful. I had good, hardworking parents. They were involved in a traveling circus. They were acrobats, my mom and dad. So, we traveled a lot. I bounced around from school to school a lot, but you know, um, otherwise, I think they did as best they could for me. I didn't really have any complaints growing up. I think it was a yeah, beautiful, beautiful childhood. I miss my mom and dad a lot.
Is your mom and dad still with us?
No, my mom and dad died when I was younger. Um, it actually that was the cause of me moving back to Cape Cod full time, was because they were involved in a acrobatic stunt accident in the traveling circus. But at the age I was practically an adult at the time, so I had very few options. So I ended up just going back to Cape Cod and living there on my own and trying to find work there.
I see, I see. Seeing how you are on death row, I'm assuming you got convicted. So what led you to end up in jail? What led you to this point in life?
Well, I want to say it's a few different things or people rather that caught up to me. You see, I would have gotten away with it. They wouldn't stop screaming and running from me.
Who was screaming and running from you?
Well, the people, the children.
What is the backstory behind the nickname Fingers?
I got the name Fingers from my cellmate. You know, we both are on death row together. After being in a cell with someone for so long, you start to give each other nicknames. You find out what you're in for. Fingers comes from, well, my convicted crime.
Can you elaborate on that? What crime were you convicted of? And what charges are you facing?
I'm facing, I believe it's capital murder charges and attempted murder charges.
So can you go in any more depth about the Fingers nickname? Because you kind of just skin the top. I'm kind of get to trying to get to the meat and the bone. If
Sure, I understand. Well, so like I said, right? So around the age of 17, going on 18 is roughly when my parents died. So I was forced to move back to Cape Cod and, find a job for myself. And I ended up working in the school system, not as a teacher, unfortunately, but as a janitor. Well, because of my looks and the way that I talk, I had a lot of people, including the staff and students that would point and laugh. I would be found in the boys' bathroom sometimes eating lunch by myself, and they would come in and harass me and point and laugh at me. So one day I said, you keep pointing that finger and you're not going to have it anymore. And it just slowly became a trademark of mine. You point and laugh at me, you won't be pointing anymore when I bite your finger off.
so, did you bite their finger off while on the property, or was there a kidnapping of some sort?
So it all originally stemmed one night after school. I was working the night shift as a janitor, you know, and I was there, cleaning up the mess and making sure the school was tidy for the next day. And I had the principal, come down and start giving me some shit, saying how I wasn't doing my job and how I'm worthless, and pointing and laughing like they do. And I had just about had it at that point. So when he caught me outside of the school throwing out the trash, I saw red, and he put his finger in my face, and I just fucking bit that thing right off. And I told him, I said, listen, you keep screaming, and I'm gonna have to do something terrible. So I didn't know what to do. I had the option to either run or kill him. So I killed him. And
Jesus Christ!
yeah, I threw him in the ocean. And there was an investigation obviously opened up for his, disappearance. But that wasn't essentially what got me caught. I don't think I was suspected at the time.
So, was that your only victim, or was there more?
Oh, a majority of my victims came from that school. I believe it was 9 murders in total and one attempted, and I think it was the attempted one that did me in. I it was a lack of judgment on my call, but I have heart. I was a student of the school, and I couldn't kill a child.
I respect that. I respect that. I don't want you to dig too deep in your past and start having flashbacks or something of that nature. Have you encountered any situations while in prison where you've had to react in a similar manner?
Oh, sure. I think, out in the yard, there's always, we call it fresh meat. These guys that they don't have to wear the jumpsuit. They come in and they get to wear their clothes off the street and, you know, they work on the electrical boxes and, so I like to do a little chit chat, and some of these guys, they're from the South Side or someplace in Los Santos where they think it's their prison. They think they're the big dogs in here. And I have to remind them that I'm not stuck in here with them. They're stuck in here with me. So there's been a few incidents where people want to get lippy, and let's just say it never works in their favor.
And when you say lippy, what are you referencing?
Oh, just like my cellmate taught me this, because he comes from a different part of town than I do. He grew up, in the streets. He says, there's a respect out there that is very similar to the respect in here. He taught me a lot of things, how to conduct myself in prison and, really stand up for what's mine. And well, these guys, they know that they're getting out. So they can say and do whatever the fuck they want. They think they're gonna get away with it. They talk all this, oh yeah, well, catch you on the outside, or it'd be different if we were on the streets. And I just don't take appreciation to that.
Is there anything that you want to tell the people? Because this is your moment to shine. Is there anything that you feel that they should know?
Just be mindful when you come here, and that your time here is limited. While other people here, we're here, we're stuck here. So watch your p's and q's, because would hate for you to be leaving here missing a phalange.
Just curious, have you ever removed fingers without using the methods you spoke before, like maybe slamming them in a door or using a knife or something of that nature?
It's not as fun that way. I like to feel the pop between my teeth.
You go for the bone or you go for the knuckle?
Yeah, I usually just go straight from the bottom knuckle. Just take the whole thing. It's like a baby carrot. I like to explain it like that. It's just kind of snap, crackle, and pop.
All right. Well, I just want to thank you for your time, Fingers, and thanks for giving us the opportunity to come in here and speak with you. And we wish you the best from Weasel News on your journey. Once again, this is closing statements. I'm just going to be quiet for a minute. If there's anything you need to say or get off your chest, or maybe you want to fucking retaliate or tell somebody who talks shit to you and got out or something of that nature, the floor is yours, and we're just going to be quiet and let you speak for like a solid minute or whatever you need.
I'm ready to be a star. When you come to prison, make sure you pay respect to Fingers. I'll treat you well. I cook your food, damn it.
One last question with that being said, have you ever snuck fingers into someone else's food?
There's a reason why they say not to eat the peas.
Hey, it's M16. Another day in Los Santos. Hey, tryna make a way in Los Santos. Hey, yeah. Wake up every morning, I got money on my mind. Gotta get on my grind. And if you ain't talking about no